I started off with my day round Sunway because I really wanted to show you what goes on here. And I just want to stop because there are so many 86s around this place. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I started off wanting to make one video on Sunway, what was going on here, get under the surface, go and see some of the shops, just walk around, see what's happening. And we walked around for 5 hours and I've got way too much footage for just one video. So this intro I am throwing together is part 2 coming up. I'm going to throw more on for part 2, and I am pretty sure after this I'm going to come back here and do part 3, part 4, part 5 in the future, because there is so much to see here and it's so interesting and it's amazing. It makes me a little bit sad that we have nothing like this in Thailand. We don't have a joined up ecosystem for motorsport, for tuning in one place. And that's a bit disappointing, but here it's just amazing. All the businesses are all together in one big couple of square kilometre area. All the skill sets are here. Anything you can need in motorsport, it's going to be within a few hundred meters. That's an amazing situation to have. How joined up the motorsport and tuning ecosystem is in Malaysia. So part 2 coming up. I'm going to throw you around a few more garages, let you get a bit more of an idea what's going on here. These guys are just the big guys for R35s. They got a really nice place as well, really nice laid out, all the parts they do, and they just got so many cars. And this company has just grown up completely, where they are taking over more and more of this area. But I mean, look at this R35, Porsche and Lamborghini. These guys have got a lot going on, so we need to have a look around here. These guys have got about 25 R35s in the place. It is full, and these guys have grown like crazy now. Yeah, I want to zoom in on 3 of their cars because these guys knock out the fastest street legal cars round Sepang. And this one in particular, this car is super famous round Sepang in pretty much a street legal situation with this car. Obviously they're using a tyre that's going to last them about 2 laps. They're using a top whack driver. Conditions are right, but that is just a crazy time to get out of what is essentially, I guess, a 12, 13-year-old GT-R. And they've actually got 3 cars built for their customers for track. The others have done 2 17s. I'm just going to stop while a McLaren goes humming its way past. Anyway, back to them, and you can see there's R35s everywhere. But really, I wanted them to talk about these cars. Now, Joe, the supervisor, the man who has his finger on the pulse, can tell us everything. He doesn't really want to be on camera because he just keeps a low profile. He just wants this garage building stuff that the numbers tell the story. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get Joe to talk his way around this car and the other 2 cars, and then I'm just going to throw a load of B-roll over it to fill it up, and I'm just going to spin round again because here comes an Exige. So kind of building the picture of what this place is all about. So anyway, let me hand over to Joe to talk about these cars.
This is Autotran Services, Sdn Bhd. It's ATS Automobile in a short form. This workshop has been around for more than 10 years. So basically it started off with the normal range of cars. As the years progressed, the boss actually started to invest and research on the newer cars back then. So it was the Nissan GT-R. He got an opportunity with one customer last time, but he already passed away. So this customer gave us the full extent to work on his cars, but at the same time a learning process. Every day is a learning process. We did a bit of more on the aftermarket part upgrades, turbo upgrades. And by the way, the boss of ATS Automobile is the tuner of the shop. So he does the tuning, and the workshop side does all major job. It's running on a 3.8 litre stock crank with operated conrod pistons, camshafts, and 1100 cc's injectors. So there are 6 of them with a stock intake, with a GT-R oil catch can, stock main pulley damper. So we're running on a set of HyperMax HKS HyperMax R exorbers, Ultra Racing anti-roll bars, front and rear, GT1000 intercoolers, HKS intercoolers, if you can see down there, uprated clutch, and with a stock box. We're running on a Michelin Cup 2R or Bridgestone RE71 RS. The tires are around 13,000 ringgit for 4 of them, so it lasts for just 1 or 2 laps. That's all. Because the car is a street legal car, it still has the curb weight of 1,715 kilos. The car did not go on diet at all, except for those 2 bucket seats. And one more thing, it's running on the Huracan Super Trofeo calipers. So we retrofit it to the GT-R spindles. So it's the endurance caliper actually.
The spec is not up to this point lah.
This car is a street car. This car did 2 minutes 17, 2 minutes 18-ish on Sepang. So it's a built engine with a stock, with the same setup with the other car. It's a 3.8 no stroker, stock crank with operated conrod, camshaft, pistons, injectors, fuel rail. The only difference is it's got the HKS air intake. Normal main pulley damper, HKS HyperMax R exorbers, Kansai anti-roll bar front and rear, stage 2. But this car has got the stock calipers, but with a high temp brake pad car. A stock crank, 3.8 litre with forged conrods, camshaft. It's running on GT900, HKS GT900 turbos. It's got HKS HyperMax R, if you can see. A stock box with operated clutch. So this car is running on almost the same calipers that the other cars have, which is the Huracan Endurance caliper. This car has got the RE71 RS tyre. It's a fairly new car, so actually we did 2 minutes 17. It's still in the testing phases. So it's got the titanium exhaust. It's not a Nismo, but it's running on a replica Nismo kit with an N-Attack engine spoilers. The difference between the other cars is this car has got full trim but with the roll cage at the back. So we are actually adding more weight to the car. But this is the request from the owner. It's almost the same specs with the standard intake, operated cam, conrod, camshaft. Stock crank 3.8 litres with GT900 turbos, and then HKS blow-off valves running on HKS exorbers HyperMax R. So it's basically what we call the car is the replica version of the Nismo OEM++.
It's been 3 of us walking around today. Big thanks to Harris for hanging out with us, because we met up for coffee, kind of a bit of a reunion after the auto salon, and then me and Kazuto have dragged him around all the garages. Harris, absolutely epic to see you. This guy is a fantastic media guy, one of the best guys at organising events media-wise I have ever met. Thanks for hanging around with us. Hope we didn't get you too wet.
Much appreciated. It's
and I'll catch you soon.
Catch up with you again.
Now this is something you really don't see in Thailand. The Renault RS Sport Coupe on OZ wheels. That is something we never see in Thailand, that RS badge. Now Renault in Malaysia, pretty big brand. They build cars locally. They're a big player in the market, so you get these high performance versions filtering through into this market. So I'm just cutting through this little garage, and this just emphasizes all these like small collections of cars. This garage, I don't know anything about it. They said, yeah, you can cut through, you can take some video. McLaren, Mercedes folding hardtop, 350Z, a pretty tuned up Silvia. Look at the wheels on that. And finally, we've got this classic Mercedes that is being restored. And that really sums up what this area is all about. All these little places, different cars, different things going on. So our final stop of the day is JC Racing. This is one of the most long established and hugely successful teams in Malaysian racing. They have been racing for decades. They are one of the founders, and they are really at the heart of this motorsport triangle here. I need to have a word with Jackie, the team owner, who has just won everything there is to win. He's got a trophy cabinet like no one else. So I'm going to drop in here, see what they're up to these days, what is going down with this company in 2023, because they are still going and they are still after winning.
Hi, I'm Jackie from JC Racing Malaysia. I've been in this racing industry since 1997, about 26 years in here. I used to bring my team to race in Asia like Macau, Thailand and China. Hi, this is our Civic Type R that we used to race in Sepang, Thailand and Macau before. So we got some good podium finish with this car.
We've done about 5 hours walking around Sunway, and I don't think we've even scratched the surface. So this is going to be my one-off trip around Sunway, show you what was going on here. But I'm going to change that. I think there's going to be more parts coming up in the future, because there is so much stuff we passed that looked insane and we never went near. Anyway, big thank you again, Kazuto. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. I've just taken 5 hours out of this guy's life to walk around in the rain, in the humidity, in the sun. Stay tuned.